fever has gripped the world, and even we in India, accused of having a cricket bias, haven't been spared. So cricket or football? Well, we've been debating this for long. There are, of course, all those other sports who also say, why doesn't India think big? We have in previous weeks and, of course, in the coming months also going to be looking very closely at sports and where India should be focusing a lot more. But today, we are restricting ourselves to two sports, cricket and football. And we have, in fact, Anish and Sumit here with us. Not surprisingly, as I'm sure you've guessed, one supports football, the other backing cricket. I'm going to ask you, Anish, since you seem to be sort of, all the rage after IPL, we're now hitting, the Football World Cup. Why do you believe in football so passionately, coming from India?
Football is a game of men and boys where you see a lot of action happening on the field. Since specifically if we talk about India, football offers a lot of advantages. Cricket is a more saturated game where everyone is playing a gully mohalla game where no players are actually getting into a field where they play for state or national. But at the same time, football offers a lot of opportunities. We have seen IPL, we have seen hockey, Premier League, we have seen badminton, and the natural progression is go for football. So I see, as a business graduate, it perfectly makes sense to go for football. Young players will get more opportunities, as well as the existing players will get more money as well as more playing ground.
Correct.
So that's why I feel football is the game to watch for.
Right. Now that you've thrown your business degree and your business acumen at us, I mean, I have to say that you've stumped us there. But Sumit, you disagree. You're still believing that cricket is India's passion.
Yes, I truly believe that in cricket is India's passion, and as Anish said that we will have football quite developed in few years. It sounds like a very nice dream, but if we look at presently India offers the biggest cricket league, IPL, and after seeing India, other countries from our continent are also organizing leagues like Sri Lanka Premier League and Bangladesh Premier League.
Right.
What are we talking about? I think all these cricket leagues that we have seen so far, they are just commercialized activities just to hoover around all the audience and make money. Everybody is selling their merchandise. Look at their tickets; they are selling at 5,000, 10,000.
But there's no saying that won't happen now. If we have a football league, and that won't be commercialized.
I would say that it is more of a scene theme, because where we have seen cricket players, they have been found guilty in a lot of cases. Not to name anyone, people have started switching off their televisions when they see that, okay, the matches seems to be fixed. Whereas in football, it is going to be the new game. Overall, across the world, you see soccer or football, they are the most followed games, whereas cricket is just played in certain
fairly
countries.
Restricted, barely any cricket playing nations compared to the numbers that play football. But one second, before you carry on, I need to respond to that. And we've been hearing this for a while, and I've always wondered if it has any impact. Anish says yes, but scandals and controversies in cricket, does it take away anything from the sport for a true fan?
No, I don't think that these can matter for a fan. But what I would say that football is also not a clean game. We have seen players dying on the field as well, players involved in drugs as well. So
see, they die for their pride. They die when they have exhausted on the field. It's not because they have been found guilty in some kind of scam.
Still, we have seen players killing other players as well, hurting them on the field as well.
You made your point. You're saying that there's sort of every sport perhaps has its own sort of closet of scandals and controversies and violence that football and even football fans are often accused of. But we've also seen those cricket stadiums, where a match hasn't gone hasn't gone the way a group of fans wanted, and then we've seen the kind of hooliganism that we have seen. But if you can just, if I can just take it beyond, coming back to popularity, there are barely any cricket playing nations when you talk about the number of football playing nations that there are in that world. Do you believe that really has an impact on just how a truly global sport football is?
No, but I don't feel that now cricket has remained, stagnant to some countries only. It is a global game. It has become a global game. It is played all around the globe as well. And football is mostly famous in Europe. And if we
South
talk
America
about like
about it also.
Yes, it is. But here it is known as American football, and in some countries it is known as soccer. But when a game is not having a specific name around the globe, how can we?
I would like to point out that it's not about the game; it's about the charm of playing it. If you see, football is such a team play that the whole team is on the field full 90 minutes, whereas the cricket is just a game of the person who is batting or the person who is bowling. If the two players are out of form, the whole team is out of the show. Whereas in a football field, each player is running around close to 16 to 18 kilometers in that 90 minutes duration, which involves a lot of mental preparation, physical preparation, and a lot of teamwork, which may be missing in the
But
cricket
you'll see
field.
the teamwork in the side of the cricket team that's sort of fielding, for instance. And I would
Yeah.
imagine that it's as much of a sort of mental sport
obviously.
as it is. But respond to that. It's
Yes,
more, he
I-
said it's
yes, I
more of a
would-
team game and not so much
As you are
about
saying that
individuals.
footballers are on the field for 90 minutes, let me tell you, as you said that cricketers do not get to bat sometimes. But on the other hand, if we see for the rest of 3 hours, for 50 hours, they have to field as well. So they are on the ground, and it is a team game. When a team has not performed good in batting, then fielders plus the bowlers have to compensate for them.
Right. I just want to ask you. You know, it's often said that there's sort of maybe 90 odd minutes of action, say in a football game, and it's thrilling. It's 90 minutes, and from start to end, 1.5 hours, and you can easily watch it. The cynics would say, or at least the football lovers like Anish would perhaps say that who wants to sit through the long format of cricket, 5 days they go. Especially Test cricket, which has
Yes.
always been debated. But however, at the same time, you'll see the true blue cricket lovers saying there's no cricket like Test cricket. Where
Yes,
do you
it
stand?
is. Let me tell you, first of all, I would clear the fact about football.
Yeah.
We say it is a 90 minutes game, but
Yeah.
sometimes we have to wait for 40 minutes, 45 minutes, 60
it to
minutes for one goal to be scored
Right.
and to cheer our team. But if we talk about cricket, there is a boundary approximately coming in every over, and we can at least clap for our team. And if we talk about football, sometimes it becomes monotonous. Commentators are just saying that player X has passed the ball to player Y,
No, my
player
friend,
Y
that's
to
the-
Z.
that's
But
the
in
charm
commentary,
of the game, because when you see one player is standing with the bat and he's hitting the ball the way he wants, but in this game, as I said, it's a team game, so the whole team is engaged, and that's the mental game when it comes that how you are passing the ball and how you are approaching towards the goal.
But
so
you believe
that's
I would like
Okay, quickly.
I would like to contradict this point. You are saying one player is standing with the bat, and let me tell you, what if the player is Sachin Tendulkar, who is worshipped all around the globe?
So that's
Everyone
only the
will
one of the cases.
clap on
Every
each and
parent
every boundary.
wants their kid who wants to go to cricket to become either Sachin Tendulkar or maybe MS Dhoni. But if you talk about football, there are so many premium league players who are actually worshipped across the world. You talk about Pele, you talk about Messi, you talk about Ronaldinho, and these guys are making a lot of people come into the fold of the game because of their sheer
Lots of
popularity.
youngsters, right? Of course, perhaps Ample would say that even they're getting into cricket because of Sachin also, but I'm just going to change that around. There are all those people who say, Anish, I'd like to ask you, all those people who say that we love cricket, A, because we are good at it. As a country, we're good at cricket. Like you said, in every gully mohalla, people are playing cricket. A, that. And B, reasonably consistently, for the last couple of decades, we have been doing well in cricket. We've been winning the big trophies, and we've been performing by and large again well at home, well abroad, etc. So the critics would perhaps say, if tomorrow we start doing really well in football, if we have new talent and we're doing well and we're being recognized internationally, this country will also start following football with the same passion.
Absolutely, and we are all youngsters belonging to 21st generation. We need some change. How long you are going to feast us only with the cricket? Now people need something else to cheer for.
Right.
I don't think so. And if we are talking about the team is performing good, then only we are supporting our team. Take an example of Bangladesh. Take an example of Afghanistan. They are quite new teams, and they are called the underdogs of cricket. But still, during World Cup, their fan comes in millions and support them.
Their fans come in millions. So you're saying that it's okay to not sort of be winning all the time, but that doesn't really work in a country like India, does it? Here, the fans really expect you to, because you won all the big ones anyway. So now there's option of losing doesn't exist. Is there too much pressure, you believe, on cricketers, which will sort of perhaps a spotlight? It's good to take away some of the spotlight. Just let them play the game, because unfortunate incidents happen. Their houses get stoned. There's this. It's unfortunate because we sort of make them into gods, and then we bring them down to earth with a thud.
Yes, to reduce some pressure, we can do that. But as a cricket fan, I would not suggest that.
Yeah, you won't suggest that. What do you believe is the one thing that's going to really help wannabe footballers, young footballers, or the case for football in India?
I think instead of one, I would say two. First is definitely the booming opportunity that you see in India for young footballers, the kind of commercial aspect and the sports aspect. Sports aspect where people will get to see better trainers, better equipments, better football playing fields, and better avenues to perform their talent. And on the commercial side, it is going to take up in a big way, because this is something which is coming up new in India.
Right.
And across the world, you have so many fans that it will percolate down to India.
Right.
And this kind of young generation, definitely we see around across that there are so many people who are following English Premium Leagues.
Correct.
And they would like to follow some India Football League, something like that, if that happens in next down the line.
Right, if that happens next down the line. Sumit, I'm wrapping up, I'm running out of time, but I'm sure that you would agree with me when I say that we're a country of, I think sports fans, and there's enough room for everybody. So you can play cricket, be really good at it, love it with a passion. You can play football and have an equal number of fan following. Would you sort of say that?
Yes, we can have that.
Right.
So once you get bored from cricket, please come and play football with us.
I will never get bored. I'm a huge fan.
We'll never get bored, but Anish, Sumit, thanks very much for taking our time to speak to us. Like we said, there's enough room for everyone, enough room for everyone's passions, everyone's stars, and all the fans, no matter what sport you like. And especially once we start doing well at it, then of course there's a renewed interest in it. Remember what happened at the Olympics, be it boxing, be it shooting. Once we start doing well at it, there is a renewed interest. Let's hope that we can keep the momentum going, and who knows, be part of those football leagues that you're talking about, just like we're crazy about our cricket as well. Well, thanks again so much for joining us. We're taking a quick break now. Back with more.